Hello, Faith. How you doing, old girl? Looks like you're losing a tire cover. I'll have to fix that. Hello, faithful people. I'm Orlene.
I'm Gary, but I'm hiding.
Gary's behind the camera for a change. I am behind the wheel of our car. Boy, is this weird. We have a lot to catch you up on. Let's go down that road.
Here we are.
We're not. If you've watched our videos over the years, this is not the RV. This is a blank wall in our apartment right now. It's going to have family pictures on it eventually. We're working on that. Yeah, what are we doing?
Sitting and waiting. Trying to think of
what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, so we owe you an update. And this is a lot. So we're doing it off the cuff. It seems to go better that way sometimes. When we last left you, we had showed you all the things about the RV that we had done over the years. We lived in an RV full-time for 7 years. And we cleaned it out and we put her in storage. We are in Wisconsin for the winter for the first time in 7 years. And now we're just trying to figure out what we're supposed to be doing. Why are we here? It was multiple reasons.
Sure. It's been one weird year.
Yes.
Things have changed a lot.
It had nothing to do with my cancer journey. I take that back. That was not a main factor. It was kind of in the mix a little bit. I was supposed to go back for checkups with the oncologist every 3 months. And logistically, to be traveling between Wisconsin, where our family is, and traveling around the country and serving churches in different southern states in the winter, that was going to be a little more challenging. Now I found out that I only have to go every 6 months. That's according to the oncologist in Madison, Wisconsin. So
now we're closing in on my repair job.
I don't know if they know about it.
Oh.
I don't think we've even talked about it.
Okay.
Not in the YouTube video. On our Facebook page, we've told you a lot of things, but if you don't follow our Facebook page, this is a big update. Shortly after we got back from Texas, after having my surgery and the radiation and everything and dodging hurricanes and all that fun stuff, we got back middle of July, and shortly after that, Gary found out he had to have...
I need to have cataract surgery done, which I was warned about maybe 2 years ago, that it was getting bad, or it was getting worse. And this summer, he said it's gotten bad. So we lined up to get cataract surgery done, thinking it wouldn't happen until March of 25. Got the good news that they could move it up to January, which is better than March.
Yes.
November would have been better, but anyway, so we're waiting patiently till January comes and can go through the surgeries and get that taken care of, and then hopefully things can progress from there.
Yeah. Normally we would be somewhere south and serving a congregation for the winter. Last year we were in Corpus Christi. We've been in Fredericksburg, Texas. We've been in Tyler, Texas. We've been in Houston. We've been in Midlothian. We've been in Sparks, Nevada. We've been in, very first one was in Vacaville, California. So every winter we're serving a congregation where it's a little warmer than Wisconsin.
Except for Reno, which was cold, but
Yes.
It was sunny.
That's
every
right.
day, just about.
Yeah, we did have to put the RV, didn't have to put it in storage, but that was during COVID, and there was no long distance or no no traveling from out of state anywhere, or you'd get ticketed and fined and whatever.
Sent back home.
Yeah.
Wherever that is.
Yeah. So our home was our RV. So we were putting in an apartment during that time, and we lived in the apartment with the RV right outside the door, and we could work on it and do all different kinds of things. That's when we added the red door to the RV. And
landlord Annie was very good to us.
Yes, she was. we had that was a good experience, a good place to be during that time.
It was.
All right, so we have videos on some of those things.
One of the things that has caused us to think about the whole experience in Reno and the COVID thing was about having possibly a home base. And so that's been in our thinking for the last 4 years. Mm-hmm. Probably came to the foreground this year as it's maybe a good time to really put that into action.
Well, we had some things stored at Gary's mom's upstairs for the last 7 years. Just things to start out with a little apartment someday or whatever. So when we got back and we found out he had to have the surgery and we couldn't do any long distance travel until that was done. You can't be in the RV in Wisconsin in the winter. I suppose
unless
some
you
people
like
do.
The cold a
yeah,
lot.
Maybe some hunters might use it for a hunting shack or something, but not to live in it. The campgrounds are closed. The dump stations are closed. It's just not a feasible thing. So we started looking for an apartment. Gary's mom is 95 and still living in her own home. And she always says, there's no hurry. You don't have to move your things out. But at the same time, we didn't want to be someplace long distance is in a year or two or whatever, and then find out that we have to come back and take everything out of the house, and so it could be sold and whatever. So there was that factor. And then the fact, like he said, with the COVID thing and not having a base home, not having our RV was our home for 7 years. So that was all we had. And when we come back to Wisconsin in the summers, we spent it with family as much as we could. We travel around, but visit friends and family. But
we always stayed in our home.
Yes.
We never had to stay in anybody else's house or... No. Very seldom in a hotel room.
Yep. Only if something was being repaired and we couldn't be in it. And that was once.
Right.
In all the years.
Yeah.
So that was, a lot of these factors were kind of coming together all at one time. I also ran out of business cards just before all of this happened. I hand out our card to so many people, letting them know about our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, and to follow us, and it has our phone numbers on it, and people keep in touch with us by texting and whatever. And that's been a great thing for keeping in touch with people. And I ran out of those just before we got back to Wisconsin, and it's like, boy, things were just kind of falling into place. We had determined an area of Wisconsin where we wanted to be. And we weren't finding anything, but we were looking for homes to buy.
Yeah.
And the economy was like, forget that. There's no way.
And our investments were no way.
Yeah, we just couldn't do it.
No.
So then the thing we started looking at was the pros and cons of apartment versus owning. When you're our age, Gary just turned 75. We had a birthday party for him. Oh. But we don't think of age, it's just a number to us. We look at some of the things in the area around here that are available to us. Their idea of cardio drum. I have a friend, a classmate who teaches that in Florida, and it's lively and people are dancing all over and hitting those drums, and it's very active. Here it's sitting in a chair and hitting the drum, and I'm like, that's at the senior center. We were looking at several activities at the senior center, and I was like, no,
not yet.
We're not that old yet. I shouldn't say that. Not yet. I guess we don't think of ourselves as being old.
Well, sometimes,
but not very often.
Try to avoid it. Yes.
A lot of times, we visit people our age, and you sit and you visit. We love it when we get together with people who like to let's go for a walk. And I'm like, yeah, it's just different mindset. And that's one of the things we really enjoyed about the RV life. We're going to do a video in the new year on the pros and cons of RV living versus the apartment living. So be tuned for that. If you haven't subscribed yet, do that now. This is why we're in the apartment, is because of all these different factors that came into play with his surgery, needing to probably get into a place. We looked at climate controlled storage and we couldn't find anything available.
Or in a price range that we wanted to deal with.
Yeah. Well, and then the apartment hunt.
Yeah.
That took a lot. And when this one came up, we really wanted a 2-bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
But when this one came up, we had a choice between a 2-bedroom upstairs, no elevator. Not so much physically for us a problem, but moving. Getting people to help us move in and out. Having stairs was not something we wanted to deal with. And so we had available a 2-bedroom upstairs on the north side with a small balcony looking at the parking lot. Or a 1-bedroom facing southwest. So on sunny days, which is not today, sunny days, the sun just comes in here really nice. And in the wintertime, it's going to be a nice...
We had about an hour of sunshine this morning,
Yeah.
but you had to get up early to see it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't very warm.
No, it's quite cold. Anyway, and we have a little patio, and it faces a street that faces a restaurant and a golf course, and so we can watch the action out our window. And there's a lot of things to see. It's a little bit nicer, and really for a 2-bedroom, we really don't need it. It'll be nice if we have family come to visit, but we don't have a lot of furniture. In fact, we're sitting on a bench. We don't have a couch. I'll show you our bench. This is our bench. Can you see it? Yeah, it lifts up, and there's a storage underneath there. I've got 2 pillows on here and then 2 pillows on the back. That's our couch for now, because we had sold all of that before we moved into an RV. We really didn't have a lot on hand. We ended up getting a nice chair. Like I said, we'll give you a tour later, but that's our newest addition. And we got that at a thrift store for a steal. It was like $50, and it's like brand new. Otherwise, we just didn't have a lot. So we have a lot of space in here, and we'll talk more about what that's like compared to the RV with all the convenience of having everything close by. We'll talk more about that in a future video.
This place didn't check off all the boxes, but it did get most of them.
Most of them. Really, the only box it did not check was an extra bedroom, and that was it.
Well, clubhouse would have been nice.
That would have been true.
And a swimming pool.
Swimming pools are cold.
That really wasn't on the list.
But we're close to Anytime Fitness.
Yes.
Is that it? And we haven't even gone in there yet. Gary went in there one day when we first moved in. We've only been in the apartment 2.5 months. So the reason you didn't hear from us and get a good video on this was because we were looking for an apartment. We were searching different towns around, looking for the apartment. We finally got this one, and then we started downsizing more or figuring out what we were going to need for the apartment. We started looking for things for that. We then once we moved in, then there was all kinds of things that happened, different celebrations and things that happened. His mom's 95th birthday, our son and his wife's 30th wedding anniversary party, and then Gary's birthday party, and and then we had to start looking for a car because the truck barely fits in the garage. And Rambo is just not going to handle the wintry roads.
Yeah, it's not 4-wheel drive, so when it gets slippery, it slides.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun in a way, but Not really a safe thing.
No. So we had to look for a car. So we've been doing that. We had to move, moving out of his mom's, moving in here. I mean, just
unpack
everything. It's just
space we have.
It's been really a lot happening in the last 2.5 months.
And we had time with family too.
So a lot of time with family, which has been good. Mm-hmm. Holidays. We had Thanksgiving. So
now it's almost
Christmas.
Yeah.
And we will have a Christmas video up. We have put one up every year since we started this channel, and we're going to do one this year too. We will get it up. It might be the day before Christmas, but we are going to get one up, and it's going to be just kind
spectacular.
Of a fun one. We will show you how we decorated the apartment for Christmas, and you may recognize some of the things from our RV days where we had that. Now that makes it sound like the RV days are over.
One of the top reasons we wanted to get an apartment instead of a house is we don't have to be here. And there are people who will watch the place for us just to make sure there's no damages or anything that happens while we're gone. Things that we don't have to take care of a yard. We don't have to shovel snow.
Nope.
I mean, we can just sit here and plan our next trip.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're planning on, we'd like to see the East Coast. We've never gotten to the East Coast, so we're planning on doing that.
In the nice weather.
And we're going to be hopefully getting back out to British Columbia again to see our daughter and family. We haven't been out there since 2019. So that's a long. They've come here, but we haven't gone out there, and we really missed being out west. We'd like to go back and see some folks down south again, and all of our friends in different states. We've served churches, but we wouldn't have to be gone as long. We can be back for a birthday or something for our family. We could easily come back for an emergency, a family emergency or something, if we have something smaller.
So that's the next search. That won't happen for a while because before that we have to be able to give up
faith.
Not
faith. Faith, our RV. Faithful faith. And then as soon as that is sold, then we will sell Rambo.
Or a combo deal.
Maybe, yeah.
Send both of them, sell both at the same time.
Yeah, something like that. So that's in the future.
And then we will put those funds into our next fun event.
Yeah.
Home.
Yeah.
On wheels.
Yeah.
That's really strange. Making the adjustment to not being on wheels.
It was far easier moving into the RV than it has been moving from the RV into an apartment or a stationary place. Big adjustment.
You don't move.
Well, you see the same things all the time.
Yeah. Well, except the snow, of course, that changes. But anyway.
Yeah. We're supposed to get 3 inches tomorrow.
Yay.
And and we did find a car, and she fits beautifully in the garage. We have a garage that we walk right into the apartment. It works out really well. Yeah, there's a lot of pros and cons, a lot of things to adjust to. Health-wise, we're doing well, except for Gary's eyes. We're doing really well. Talking about Gary's eyes reminded me that the last time you saw me when we were cleaning out the RV, my eyes were really bad. And I'm going to just show you a couple pictures of how bad it actually got before it started to heal. And still don't know what caused it. Still don't know if it was because of the surgery, something messing up the hormones, something that I was working out of my system. I tried everything. I did Manuka honey. I did 2 products from Melaleuca that are supposed to be really good for eczema. I did castor oil. People told me, oh, castor oil will work.
Is it vitamin E?
Vitamin E oil. I tried different supplements. I've tried so many things. and nothing was making it clear up. Something that helped a lot, and I'm actually using it for my eye cream right now, is lip balm. It's a lip balm that has omega-7 in it, and it's hard to find, and I've never heard of omega-7, but that's actually a supplement that I'm taking as well, and that helped with my dry eyes, so my contacts don't get dried out anymore. I can wear them all day again like I used to, no problem. The eye doctor said it's just age. It's like everything's always just age because they don't know what else to say. But omega-7 by Terry Naturally was a really good one. Detoxing, drinking lots of water, increasing protein, just a lot of things. I'm going to do a separate video on things to do to heal after surgery. I'm just going to do a totally separate thing on that. But my eyes have improved almost back to normal again, and I'm thrilled because it was very uncomfortable, and I went through it for about 2.5 months. It could have been stress. It could have been any number of things. It could have been the radiation working out. It could, of course, there were no side effects from the radiation and no side effects from the surgery, said the doctors. Yeah. But
there's no guarantees, of course.
Anyway, that's gotten better. Well, you notice he hasn't grown one of these in a long time.
That stage, it's driving me nuts lately.
At the most, I can't remember the last time you had a full beard like you are right now. You usually just do a goatee. And that's been years since you've done that.
Yeah, last time I tried to do this, it ended up in a goatee just because I couldn't stand it.
Oh.
So I'm close to that again. We'll see how it goes.
He's not going to grow it down to here, though. Oh, depends on how cold it gets, right? Yeah. Okay. Who needs a scarf? Anyway, we just wanted you to know what's going on, that we're okay. Health-wise, like I said, we're doing well. My first checkup was in Madison, Wisconsin. And like I said, she said 6 months, not every 3. So that's good. And Gary, I mean, we're really in good health otherwise.
So far, what's broken can be fixed, and we're grateful for that, and looking forward to moving on.
Yeah,
when we can.
So we're going to be starting a new chapter. We're still on Roads of Faith every day.
Yeah, we miss you all.
We've been hearing from other people that for varying reasons had to get off the road. And they're missing it too. It's just a community that people who have never lived the lifestyle just don't understand.
One of the striking differences, we pull into an RV park, a campground, Walmart parking lot, or casino parking lot, or something like that. Near other RVers, it takes, maybe 10 minutes to say hi and get to know people.
And stay in touch with them over the years.
Yeah, you pull into an apartment building and they watch you unpack and get out of the truck and into the garage and wave to you from the balcony and say hi, or meet you in the hallway and share a name, or maybe wave in a parking lot. But it's so different.
It's not a community at all.
It doesn't connect the same way.
So we're thinking of maybe having some kind of a little get together. There's 6 apartments in each section. And we're thinking about just putting a little invitation on their doors. Come on down for a little open house kind of thing. Get to know your neighbors kind of thing. Maybe nobody will show up. Maybe they'll all come. We don't know. But we thought that might be a way to break the ice. We'll see. Yeah.
It is winter. And we do break ice.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't mean that. But okay. Anyway, well, we just wanted to let you know how we're doing. And we will have a Christmas video coming up. Hope you are all doing well. And our Christmas letter was all about the changes, the challenges, and the blessings of this past year. And we know that through the challenges and the changes that we go through, things that there are always blessings. And we've been blessed through this in a lot of ways. We've had a lot more time with our kids than we ever used to have. So that's been nice. Yeah. But we just...
we called it Roads of Faith because that's the way we go through this life, is by the grace that God gives to us, and he carries us along the way. And sometimes it's a road we like going down, sometimes it's exhilarating, sometimes it's a bit scary, and sometimes you're just totally lost because we don't know where he's leading.
Right. But
we do know he's carrying us and leading us, and we continue on those roads, whether it's on the highway or just hanging around our apartment for a while.
We get a change of scenery tomorrow. Somebody from Corpus Christi is in Wisconsin visiting family, and we're going to go and see her tomorrow.
Maybe we can go out and play in the snow for a while.
Yeah, it's supposed to get 3 inches of snow. And the new vehicle it's not a new vehicle, it's new to us. The new vehicle has 4-wheel drive, so we'll test it out.
We did pay a little extra money to get one that smells like new, though.
No, she just was very well cared for.
Okay.
And her name is Pearl.
Of course, she's got a name.
All right. Be watching for our Christmas video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. It doesn't cost anything, and it helps our channel a lot when you subscribe. Leave a comment if you have anything you want to share about any of your experiences of maybe you're on the road or thinking about getting on the road, or you got off the road, what your reasons were and how that all went and how you're adjusting. Let us know. And until next time, God bless.